I always feel like I'm reasonably well placed to discuss the physicality of playing the violin because of how many different stages I went through in my own progression. I started off with a wonderful violin teacher in Ayrshire, Suzuki violin teacher, who got me to fall in love with playing the violin, with the music itself, did a lot of tunes and things that weren't too dry right from the get-go, which I will always, I'll be forever grateful to her for sort of binding my experience with the love of music. But perhaps there wasn't so much of a focus on understanding how much natural weight and strength you have in your body and how much of that you can use and should use for playing an instrument as delicate and as intricate and as complicated as the violin. I went to Yehudi Manual School when I was 10 years old and sort of had a clean cut. I did open strings, and the most basic components of playing the violin: sound, intonation, position, comfort. How do we get comfortable with something that's actually very uncomfortable? And my playing was sort of never the same again after that moment. And the basis of her understanding for every individual playing the instrument is what do your hands do by themselves? What do they do naturally? How does your hand curl naturally? Where does your shoulder sit naturally? And this was an entirely new concept to me as a 10-year-old, obviously, but it's one that, I mean, I'm 29 now. I would say as each year has gone past, I have understood how, not just with violin playing, but life in general, how applicable that philosophy is. And it's something that I see not enough young people and not enough teachers being exposed to that as an idea, as a concept, as an approach to playing more generally. So the physicality of playing is really about me sharing what I was lucky enough to receive.